sure you know by now, I'm Robson Green, the actor who likes to dabble in a spot of fishing. In fact, for over 30 years, I was quite happy just fishing for salmon and trout on the tranquil rivers of the northeast.
But a couple of years ago, that all changed.
Over 2 series of extreme fishing, my eyes have been open to some of the most mind-blowing fishing on the planet.
Oh my God! Look at this creature!
I've had the lows. No! And I've had the highs.
Yeah, baby!
And quite frankly, I'm addicted.
That is why we came here! Look at that fish!
Now I'm back for more. Much more.
Yes! It's time for the Extreme Fishing World Tour!
I'm going to be spending the next 4 out of 5 months on the road.
Yes! We did it!
Travelling over 60,000 miles to 14 different countries on 4 different continents.
Yes! And he's in!
Yes! This is angling heaven! All in the most extreme conditions imaginable. I'll be chucking a hook into 9 different seas and oceans. Meeting all kinds of crazy fishermen.
Why not? Why not? Why not?
And risking life and limb. All in pursuit of the scariest,
Oh my goodness! Yes!
weirdest,
I have always wanted to catch one of these!
most powerful fish on the planet.
This is the longest I have ever had to fight a fish.
It's my biggest ever challenge.
Dead fish.
Oh yes.
We got a fish on! Yes! We got him! This is Extreme Fishing!
So far on my epic adventure, I've discovered the mind-boggling backdrops and awesome fishing in southern Africa.
I caught it! Makeri Indika, the black marlin of Kenya!
I've taken on Asia's best anglers
I got one!
on a visit to communist China.
It's bronze! Yes!
And in Brazil, I went deep into the heart of the Amazon basin,
Look at that!
hunting for giant pirarucu.
Oh, look at this fish!
But now it's time to head for Wild West Africa to take on the monsters of the Atlantic. The Atlantic Ocean and an abundance of fish. Loads of them. And most of them are huge. My Fishing World Tour takes me to the Atlantic coast of West Africa. First to Senegal, then on to remote Guinea-Bissau.
Look, it was so close to those houses. I saw a woman hanging out a washing.
I land in Senegal's capital, Dakar, for a 5-hour drive north to the coastal fishing town of St. Louis. On arrival, it's clear this is one of the poorest places I've yet been to. A third of Senegal's 12 million population exists on less than 80 pence a day. And there's plenty of evidence that fishing the Atlantic Ocean remains an essential part of life here. You just have to follow your nose.
There is no way in a million years I would eat any of the fish on display here. You have no idea of the smell. I'm getting more and more excited about the thought of tofu every minute of this day.
Although the presentation leaves a bit to be desired, at least there are plenty of different species being caught. But I'm not interested in little stuff. I'm here because this is one of the best places to go deep sea big game fishing. Time for a bit of practice before bed.
Practicing fishing. Wait for it. 3, 4, 5. Increase the drag and strike! Yeah, it might be a pillowfish,
But tomorrow, he'll have a sail on it. I shall triumph. Next morning, I join up with local skipper Alexandre Dupre and fishing expert Richard Sheard. Richard is English, but spends most of his year running big game fishing trips in nearly 30 different countries.
Good morning, Richard.
Morning.
And I'm hoping he's lined up an epic sailfish catching day for me.
I'll be honest with you, Richard. I don't see many other fishing boats about.
No, this is pretty much the fleet.
Is it?
Two of these, yeah, that's pretty much the fleet for St. Louis.
And what's the biggest one you pulled out there?
I personally have had a 54 kilo Atlantic sailfish. The world record Atlantic is 55, so it was a kilo off the world record.
Really? Come on, let's make a name for ourselves.
So no other deep sea boats, and the water near the harbour is muddy. Either we're fishing pioneers, or we're about to embark on a wild fish chase. One thing's for sure though, this place really is unlike anywhere I've ever been before.
Totally different from Zimbabwe and Zambia and the imagery of Kenya. You really feel the North African influences.
Once we're out in open sea, I start to feel more confident.
Right, well, it's been a while, but at last we've hit the iridescent blue of the Atlantic Ocean. And beneath here, we've got the Dorado, we've got the Marlin, blue and white, but we've got the fastest fish of them all round here, the sailfish.
Richard has a full array of psychedelic lures to trawl behind the boat.
This is a ballyhoo.
Yeah.
This is what the sailfish like.
Yeah, basically skip bait. Slap along the surface, draws them in.
But I'm still keen to take sailfish specialist Richard's advice on what to do if we do get a bite.
He'll pick the bait up, he'll turn, and he'll start to run away.
Do I strike immediately? I don't.
No, you give him 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Okay.
If I lose it, it's all your fault, Sheard. And there are promising signs of activity. Alazan spots a sailfish surfacing in the distance.
Hey, some fish.
You see the bell? You see the bell?
And suddenly, we're in. I can feel the sailfish has the bait in its mouth, playing with the lure.
Wait. Oh, yeah. See the sail bell? She's going for the bait. Yes, you see the bell coming up, right?
It's critical I strike the rod at the right moment.
Yeah, that's it, got it!
Richard is telling me to wait, but Adazan says to strike. And while I wonder what the hell to do,
Wait, strike up!
it's gone. And being the humble actor I am, I try to blame everyone else.
Well, I was going from Richard's instruction. I didn't want to strike too quickly, Alexander. I didn't want to strike too quickly.
Fastest ocean predator on the planet.
Just lost one.
Am I bothered?
God, yeah!
We cruise around for another 2 hours. It looks like that's the only sniff I'm going to get of an Atlantic sailfish today. Then we come across what looks like a great floating lump of whale blubber.
I see some action. Oh yeah, saw the fish underneath.
Come on! It's possible other big game fish could be nosing around, looking for the bait fish the blubber attracts. Yes! Something's attacking our lures.
Just striking under those, we're off!
Get in! And there's loads of them.
No, I'm on this one, they're on this one. Come on, we got 3 on, we got a pack attack here. Get out there, Craig, the leak. Whoa, look at that. We got a bull on here. Yeah.
They're not sailfish, but Dorado. Spectacular fighters. Leaping out of the water, trying to get off the hooks.
What have you got on there, Richard?
Well, we had 4. I think we might be down to 3.
Yeah. You're just weighing and weighing. 2 hours, nothing happens. Wallop. Huh?
First in is a big bull Dorado. A fish I'd never caught before.
Okay? Yes.
Frustratingly, Alizan can't get him on board.
Alizan, of course.
But I'll forgive him.
Alizan! He lost my pen.
But there's no time to cry about it. For the first time ever, I've got a backup. There's a big fish on there.
This is probably the biggest dorado I've ever caught. And I can see some colour from here. We got about a 25-pound fish.
Strong fish.
Very.
It's either massive or a mad fighter.
This is a big fish. Come on. Oh.
But can we get this one on board? We've got it. Thank goodness.
Yes. My first ever male dorado. How do I know that's a male? Look at the shape of the head. It's almost at right angles where the female's far more curved. Why is it called a dorado? The word is golden in Spanish. That, ladies and gentlemen, was a pack attack. I'll calm down in a minute.
Now I'm due to leave St. Louis in Senegal shortly. But before I go, some of the locals have challenged the boat crew and I to a game of five-a-side football. Ha! Look at this team. It'll be men against boys. Literally. So, we're guests in their country, and they are only young kids. We should go easy on them, right? Wrong. Geordie pride is at stake here. The Toon Army are watching. Now's my big chance to shine in the black and white. Get in! It's like Alan Shearer never packed it in. Oh dear, I think I'm going to be sick. Hang on though, these kids can play a bit. And the Senegalese rules on substitution are a bit liberal. Okay, 50 against 1. No worries, I can do this. No, actually, I can't. Let's call it an honourable draw, shall we? No, come on! That was clearly offside.
These guys can go all day in this heat. Oh, I think I'll stick to fishing.
And not just any old fishing.
Au revoir.
I'm heading for what's reputed to be the undiscovered jewel of world fishing.
I'm off to Guinea-Bissau.
I'd like to tell you a lot about it, but admit it, like me, you've never heard of it, and you've no idea where it is. Well, I'm going to tell you. Guinea-Bissau? 600 miles that way. My eventual destination is off the coast of Guinea-Bissau, to the remote Biagos archipelago and the tiny tropical island of Akunda. And it's a heck of an adventure just getting there. After 4 hours in the car, it's a 1-hour flight down into Bissau.
I'm going to be in the middle of nowhere for 5 days, no contact. It's a bit you and me, water. Thanks very much.
Then 5 hours in a bus.
First impressions, beautiful looking country. So different from Senegal.
And finally, 3 hours in a boat out into the Atlantic. I've no idea what to expect, but the nearer I get, the more excited I feel.
It's going to be a good end to our African story. I can feel it.
And behind me is a Kunda! And as we get near the island, untouched by commercial fishing, the water is alive.
The thing is, that's where I'm staying. And this is on the doorstep.
I'm here right at the start of the season. No one has fished here for over 5 months.
I was hoping to be greeted by cheering and smiling locals. But there's nobody here. Just me. Lucky Geordie kids.
Only fishermen visit this normally uninhabited island, measuring just 300 by 200 yards, and the seasonal anglers camp has been opened specially for me.
For the next few days, my very own little desert island. This is Extreme Fishing with Robson Crusoe.
The Biagos archipelago has been protected since 1996, making large-scale commercial fishing illegal. With the seas left to flourish, it's now possibly the best fishing spot on the planet, with over 50 world records broken here in the last decade. I'm due to fish my first day here with French-born captain Cédric Deleste and his deckhand Carlos, who spend 5 months every year fishing these waters. But before we go out, Cédric and Carlos take me to nearby Unhogomazino Island, population just 80, for a traditional good luck ceremony. Instead of bringing a bottle, we've been asked to bring a chicken along. Hopefully it's going to be a quiet, spiritual affair.
Quite looking forward to it. I don't think the chicken is, though.
Not quite what I expected. The entire population seemed to be in attendance, complete with some rather unusual outfits.
Guys here with polystyrene fins on their back, yes, that's the fish thing, and cans round their waist. It's a sort of greeting of the Monty Python kind.
The party is certainly in full swing. And I suspect the local hooch may be involved. Then it's time to meet the witch doctor and hand over our gift.
I'll give it to the chief. I've got a feeling they're not going to keep the chicken as a pet.
And as suspected, the chicken doesn't last long.
Just when you thought it couldn't get any worse for the chicken, they are now going to take the testicles, and if they are white, it's good. If they are dark, it's not good. What do you know? White testicles. We're going to catch fish. I'd like to go dancing now, Cédric. Yeah, it's all getting a bit weird.
Thankfully, there is a more familiar use of the chicken. Lunch. Time to get me dancing boots on.
All my mates in Newcastle, switch over right now. This is Extreme Cross-Dressing with Robson Green.
Apparently, these celebrations can go on for up to 24 hours. I think I'll leave them to it. Because we've got fishing to do. We head just along the coast to a spot Cédric, in his usual understated manner, simply calls the washing machine.
What's causing these waves to break?
Yeah, this is rock.
Yeah,
Big rock.
big rock.
Yeah.
And what is lurking underneath here? What species of fish?
Red snapper, jack,
Yeah.
barracuda.
Okay.
Okay.
Off we go then, fishing in Guinea-Bissau. With chicken testicle good luck on our side, Will this really prove to be the fishing heaven I'm hoping for? Just a few seconds later, here's your answer.
Fuck! Go on, Cedric, you get him. Don't lose him. Go, I'm in as well. Oh, yeah.
Both in at once, and whatever they are, they're incredibly powerful.
Shit! Be careful of the rock. Yeah, come on, he's got to come on. What? Take! Yeah, 2 strikes within seconds.
Yeah, red snapper.
Who's red snapper?
Yeah.
Oh, yes, I got one too. Yeah, good take.
Good.
Oh, Cedric! Well done! What a beautiful specimen, the snapper! Look at those!
That was really exciting. That was excellent.
First cast, 2 seconds later, a beautiful red snapper. That is a really, really healthy specimen. That was a thrill. Question is, was it just a fluke? Hell no. Second cast, in again.
I hope he hasn't got me in the ring. No.
Robson win.
Put some more tension on that reel for me.
And this feels even bigger.
It's okay. I've got him out.
Okay.
Chuck me in the ring.
Oh, it's big one.
Yeah, it is. It's big.
Jack.
It's Jack.
Yeah.
Oh, good. Oh, he's away again.
What a fantastic fishing spot!
Well done.
It's a big-eyed member of the Jack family, and it's certainly a cracker. First cast, extraordinary snapper. Look at these jacks here. Second cast, extraordinary jack. 2 fish in 10 seconds. That's the most extraordinary start I've ever had. Third cast. Surely it's not going to be my first ever 3 in a row? An incredibly rare fishing hat trick?
You can cut the atmosphere with a cricket stomp. Come on, still an hat trick. We're in extra time. Yes, and he's in with his hat trick. Come Cedric, how's it going?
This is unbelievable. It's only a small snapper, but who cares?
There you go! Would you believe it? A hat trick! My first ever fishing hat trick in my angling life. How do I feel? Take a wild guess. 3 casts, 3 fish, get in!
You cannot get better than that. That'll do for me today. One very happy Geordie, over and out. The 88 islands that make up the Biagos archipelago may be absolutely beautiful, but only a quarter of them are inhabited. And to survive here, you have to gather your own food. Most locals can't afford boats to go fishing. But according to regional angling expert Pipi Darbo, that's not a problem. He reckons the fish here are so abundant you can catch them from the beach. This evening, we're testing his theory, and I'm hoping I won't go hungry.
Okay, so when we cast that lands in the sand, digs in like an anchor,
Exactly.
and this just floats about for hopefully an edible fish. Let's go right.
First, we set the rods to catch whatever's lurking close to the shore. Then it's time to set up camp. Pipi's obviously heard about my tent erecting skills, so I'm on fire duty. I'm using the ancient African cigarette lighter technique.
Fire.
And what do you know? Bang on cue, the rod comes to life.
Wow, that looks a good one.
Just admiring the handiwork with the fire. I just saw the rod twitching. We're into Smith. Taking some long.
That looks a good fish.
Any idea what it is? Try to fight?
It looks like a ray.
Okay. Let's put it in there. Oh, what we got? That, my friend, is a grouper.
Oh, it's a grouper.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good dinner.
That is a good fish. We can eat tonight.
That's right.
This is survival, ladies and gentlemen. And that's one of the best eating fish on the planet. That's your marble grouper.
Very nice to eat.
Looks like Pee-Pee was right. What an amazing place.
Thanks for this evening. It was lovely.
Thank you too.
You're a fine beach caster, lad.
It's just like being in the Scouts.
Gingang gully 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 watcha. Gingang goo. Gingang goo. Gingang gully 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 watcha. Gingang goo. Gingang goo.
Mercifully, the garupa is done.
That looks ready to me. Fish is well and truly cooked. Look at that. And that's what I call a desert island dinner.
Simply grilled fresh fish. Superb.
Let me just taste this.
I could survive on this, no problem.
No. I'm liking my time on the island of Wakanda.
We bed down for the night, bonded like proper subsistence fishermen, although maybe a bit too bonded for Pee-Pee.
Thanks for a smashing day's fishing.
Okay.
You sleep well.
Thank you. None of your Jody hanky-panky, eh?
The protected waters of the Biagos archipelago are how every sea and ocean should be. Carefully sustained and jam-packed with fish. I'm desperate to take full advantage of this once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. And fishing pioneer Richard Sheard has made the long journey here just to show me a legendary place that might just blow my mind.
Good to see you again.
And you?
Beautiful, eh? Yeah. What is the objective of today?
Nice big juicy wreck, 50 kilometres out there.
Our target for the day, the powerful, explosive leerfish. We're heading right out into the Atlantic to a unique spot Richard says is the best place in the world to catch them, known locally as the Chimneys. And when we get there, it's pretty easy to see why.
Well, what it looks like from here is two loading mats from some sort of mineral carrier. So basically what we've got here is a man-made reef. There's something good in the ocean made by man.
Beneath the surface, the rusting wreck of this old mineral-carrying ship is a great place for huge schools of healthy fish to shelter.
So this is just the perfect place for large predators, eh?
Well, on its day, I reckon it's the best fishing spot I know, and I've been to a lot, but it is a phenomenal feature. I mean, you can see it's the only thing from ever.
And I know there's bait fish there, because we've got all these booby birds just waiting to actually feed on them.
Yeah.
And the leerfish are certainly going to be huge if the lures are anything to go by.
This is the lure equivalent of bling. What is that? And quite frankly, Richard, this one here behind me, I mean, does this come with batteries? When was the last time someone cast a line in here?
Well, this is the very, very first time the camp's been open, so nobody's been on here for 5 months.
Will the fish remember what to do?
We start popping the lures across the surface of the water.
Is that too close?
No, that's fine.
And straight away there are fish coming after them.
Whoa! Whoa! Look at that attack! The fish followed it right to the boat.
There is loads of activity, but frustratingly they keep swimming back to the wreck without biting.
That's going straight over you all. What's the matter with you?
But can I manage to tempt one?
Oh! Come on, take it! Third time! Jesse, easy! Got it! He took it! Third time. Right.
I've got one chasing me as well.
He's trying to go back home. I got you! Hold on for your life, Robson.
Whatever it is, it's putting up one hell of a fight.
This is it. I don't want him to go under the boat. Ah! Shit, it's taking me.
Yes, it's what we're after.
Really good sized learfish.
Super fish. Absolutely stunning looking fish.
Oh. Okay, bring him up.
What a first catch at the chimneys.
Drop it. Go on, Richard, get it. Okay. What did I say? What did Richard tell you? We said we'd be in for some serious angling action, and that is one of your top predators around here. Learfish, member of the jack family. The reason why I had to play this fish really hard, they don't roam away like normal jacks, like your big eye or your yellow. They want to go straight back home. So this fella took my lure and wanted to take it straight back in the wreck. But that is a fantastic start.
And this place really is amazing.
Oh yes, it's chasing. He's got it taken. Look at them going. Look at them going for the lure.
I'm in again.
Oh yes.
Then Richard's in as well.
Oh sure. He's taken me in the wreck. I can't do it. Oh, is he off? No, he's not. He's staying on. You want to come back in the wreck? I don't know if it's a learfish or a jack or a cobia. Which one of two wants to boat this fella? I see. Right. Do you want to come under me here, Richard?
And this time, it's something I really didn't expect to catch using this technique.
Oh, barracuda! Sure, come on, we've got a big barrack here. Get him in. Yes, sir. Yeah. My very first barracuda caught on a rod and line.
Richard has a big learfish,
Got some lure.
but I think it's fair to say I've outdone him.
There you have it. A 25-pound bar of silver. There's a few different species of barracuda around here, but this one is called the chevron barracuda. Why? Check out the markings on the lateral side there. It's almost herringbone in colour and shape. I'm so glad I caught one. Yes! What an incredible place. It is. It's fishing nirvana. It really doesn't get any better than this.
Or does it?
Yes! Look at that!
Because straight away I'm in again.
I'm into a monster!
This fishing day is incredible. So incredible, in fact,
Don't try and lift it.
that me rod cannot take it, Captain.
That's what that fish did. I think I owe Richard quite a bit of money.
But it's another decent learfish, and I'm addicted to this place. So new backup rod in hand, I go at it one last time.
This one take.
And my next bite is ferocious. What on earth is this?
Straight over. This might be going into the wreck, everybody.
This is the biggest fight of the day.
Nothing I can do but hold on.
And it's relentless.
Just slammed on and it just kept going. Losing me there.
Finally, I get it near the boat. And it's an absolutely massive leerfish. Bloody hell! Richard's just told me that's probably the second biggest leerfish he's ever seen. It's the biggest I've ever seen. And I think it might be my last fish I'm going to catch here today, because I've had it. Let me have a look at this. Oh. I mean, what do you want me to say? I'm going to have to sit down, because this fella is bordering 35, 40 pound of just sheer power. I mean, the power comes from the aft end here. Look at that tail, provided with extraordinary speeds. But check out the girth of this fish. When that broadsides a mullet or any other live bait around here, it just stuns them. Pound for pound, that's the hardest fight I've ever had. That's me done. I can't pull another one of those in. Oh, I'm not as strong as I used to be. Fishing off the island of Acunda's it's a young man's game. What a haul! But I'm not done yet. Because now, greedy fella that I am, I want to cap it all off by catching an absolute monster of a fish. I head out just a few miles with Captain Cedric Deleste and crew. Right, my last fishing trip in Africa. I hope to go out with a bang. Oh, yes! And it's not long before we come across another good omen for the day.
Thank you, boys.
You know why dolphins do that? Because they can. I will never tire of that sight. They're the most beautiful thing on the planet. They do not bloody cheer you up. An hour or so later, Cedric chooses a spot just off another Biorgos island called Caravella. Around these islands there are giant tarpon. But can we catch one? We're using long lines with balloons as floats, and big hooks with smelly sardines as bait.
Hopefully we'll see the strike, because we'll see the balloon move, or the balloon will actually go pop.
Good theory. Will it work? After an hour, not a nibble.
Come on, balloons, burst. I don't like this waiting lark.
But wait, we have to. We watch our baited balloons bobbing for another 2 hours. Please don't tell me my final Africa trip will be a bust. Then, a big surprise. Out of nowhere, crewman Max gets a bite on a simple hand line he put out.
And what we got there, Max? Got something on the end? Is it a tarpon? Whatever it is, it's a decent fish.
None of us have an inkling of what it is.
What you got on the end here? That's a red snapper, Max. You need to get it, otherwise it'll snap you off in the reef.
And then, my worst fears are confirmed.
This wasn't in the script! Bloody hell, we might have a shark.
Max reckons it could be a nurse shark. Sounds tame, it's not. Nurse sharks have big teeth and will eat almost anything. Other fish, sea snakes, stingrays, you name it.
That wrap around my fingers there. I don't want to be pulled in by a nurse shark. Big one.
If it is a shark, I will of course be on the front line helping to pull it in.
Right. When we get close to the boat, I'm going to go to the front and I'll let you guys deal with it.
Bloody hell.
Looks like fish. That's a serious fish.
Uh-oh, it's massive.
This is about a 150-pound fish.
And Max wants to bring it on board for food. Brilliant.
Alright. That was not the predator we were after. Look at the size of this fish.
This is the biggest thing I've ever had out of the seas.
Okay.
This is an extreme fish on extreme fishing. There's me fannying about popping, and Max, Eugenius, pulls out this extraordinary creature. And they eat this fish here. And so, what a present to give the village.
He seems very happy.
All that remains is to hand over this giant meal to the chief. I think they're happy. What do you think?
Oh, I'll miss this place. Filling up a bit.
It has been an extraordinary trip I'll never forget. There were the multiple Dorados back in Senegal.
That, ladies and gentlemen, was a pack attack.
And a surreal blessing on arrival in Guinea-Bissau. White testicles. We're gonna catch fish. Followed by my first ever 3 in a row.
And he's in! What a fish! There you go! My first ever fishing hat trick in my angling life.
And an astonishing day at the chimneys.
Oh! Barracuda! Yes!
Then finally, an amazing monster to finish. Perfect.
Look at the size of this fish. Oh, I've kind of got used to the solitude of living on my own desert island. Mind you, I think my next stop's going to be slightly different.
Just a bit. Yes, I'm in cigar-chomping Cuba.
Oh look, I've pulled.
Where the cliches come almost as fast as the fish.
Oh my God, it's run about 50 meters.
I go from frustration
Oh, and you look.
to elation.
Yes! Yes! Yes!
The fishing is frenzied. Oh, and I learn a new skill.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, still got it.